Hey guys, today from Kate's book for reading, we're going to read the story Two Good Things and One Bad Thing, and it starts on page 52. Two good things and one bad thing. The next week, Nan said, I just spoke with Ron Finch, the bone man. I've got 3 things to tell you. 2 of them are good things that you will like. 1 is a bad thing that you will not like. Tell me one of the good things, I said. Mr. Finch got the test back. The bone that you and Max found is a T-Rex bone. Yippee, I shouted. I am glad that is solved. Max will be so thrilled that he has a T-Rex bone. Well, said Nan, that brings me to the bad thing. What is it? I asked, scratching my wrist. The bad thing is that you and Max will not get to keep the bone for yourselves. Why not? Did we do something wrong? Well, Nan said, it's because you found the bone in a state park. There is a law that says that you can't dig up bones in state parks and keep them for yourself. Bummer, I said. So who gets to keep it? The state. Mr. Finch and his helpers will keep the bone and dig up the rest of the bones too. And that brings me to the last thing. This is a good thing? Yes. Tell me. They would like you and Max to visit them when they are digging up the bones. And they would like the 2 of you to pick out a name for the T-Rex that you found. Cool, I said. Now remember, I want you to read this 2 more times. The second time, I want you to read it, play this video again, read it with me out loud. And the last time, I want you to read it by yourself. Now today is the first day when our answers for comprehension are going to be graded. So there'll be a text box underneath each question, and you need to type your answer there. The questions are found on page 109. It's the paper 20.2, 2 good things and 1 bad thing in your Kitty Cat workbook. If it were me, I would write my answer on these lines and then type it in the text box. That way you'll have your answer all figured out and typing won't be such a big deal. The first question says, what sort of bone did Max and Kate dig up? So you'll need to do a story starter. Max and Kate dug up and tell what kind of bone it is. Number 2, why can't Max and Kate keep the bone? So your story starter there would be Max and Kate can't keep the bone because, and then tell why. Number 3 says, what will Ron Finch do next? And then you would say, your sentence starter would be next, Ron Finch will, and tell what's going to happen. And then the last question is, what name would you pick for the T-Rex? Why? So for that, it's a 2-part question. You would need to say, I would pick the name, and tell what your choice is, for the T-Rex because. Remember when they say why in a question, you have to have because, and then tell your reason why you would choose that name. Now remember, try to do this on these lines first so you get your ideas down. Make sure you're starting with capital letters, spaces between your words, punctuation at the end, and then put the answers in the text box on your assignment page on Canvas. All right, do your best. I know you'll do great.